G'day guys, how you going? Aussie Crasher here. A while ago I posted up about what some things people would like to see if I tried to do some behind the scenes filming. A lot of the training here in Australia was a big point for people to see, but I thought I kind of started off with how I actually got into the sport of crash ice and all-terrain skate cross. So I was coming down to park for a little skate around. It's down the road from the folks' place at the moment. It's a nice winter day. So I thought I'd go around how I got into the sport first. This is probably one of the biggest questions I get asked actually, especially coming from a warm country. So how you going? So to start it all, something I saw online, crashed ice, YouTube, Facebook. It pops up here and there. Before I started, always looked pretty intense, pretty crazy. Had a background of inline hockey from a kid, and then a bit of ice hockey from 19 onwards. Used to do a bit of aggressive skating with some of the guys that skateboarded after school. Kind of thought I had all the bits and pieces to put it together. Jumped online, did a bit of Googling. All-Terrain Skate Cross Federation website, which I'll throw a link into the description here. It's probably your go-to resource for the sport. Has your event, your rules, your registrations, everything you need to be an all-terrain skate cross skater, really. So for me to get into it, I was up late one night doing some random YouTubing. Saw it bump up onto the next feed, watched it, thought stuff it, just give her a go. Contacted the Red Bull Crash Ice Facebook page. Shannon there helped me out, gave me the links I needed for the websites, and then yeah, registered for my first race, which was a Riders Cup in Bathurst, New Brunswick. Halfway across the world, never seen real winter before. Had to ask the guys what to bring, what to wear. That was amusing for all, really. Yeah. Registered for the All-Terrain Skate Cross Federation, registered for the Riders Cup race, did 3 Riders Cup events in a month. Somehow managed to prove to the Red Bull guys that I'm not an absolute idiot and I can do this kinda. And they gave me one of the Australian wildcards into St. Paul that year. Skated my first Red Bull crashed ice track. And the last race of that season, 2016 I believe. And yeah, at that point I was hooked. So ended up moving across to Canada, trying to step up my skate training because it's not easy to train for that winter sport in Australia. It's a lot different. A few shortfalls, but you get around it. So I guess the question I always get asked is, how do you get into the sport from being in Australia? I'll get this weekly from the Aussie Ice Cross page and the Aussie Crasher page, and it's really simple. You jump onto atsx.org, register as an athlete, and then you're pretty much good to go. I sort of tell people that contact me that a really good requirement would be to, well, you have to attend a Riders Cup first. You have to prove to the international body and your country's governing body you can safely complete a track, and that if you have more than 1, 2, 3 people that all get the wild cards, you gotta start getting your ranking up in your country there. So being from Australia, it's pretty easy. Walking through with the wild cards at the moment. Hopefully this year coming up, though, we'll have a few more athletes jumping on board, which would be really good to really push up that level of competitiveness from Australia. Yeah, so you just have to prove to yourself and the governing body you can do it safely, and then wild cards ahoy. If you're from a country that has a lot of athletes, Canada, Europe's not a country, but the countries in Europe, that then gets ranked through on points. So you get points doing Riders Cup races, They all go through to the ATSX governing body world rankings, and then you'll get invitations based on that to the Red Bull events. That's pretty much I guess the story of how I got into it, how you can get into it, and pretty much just, it's something where there's no opportunities in Australia to do it. So if you really want to try it, you got to take the leap. You got to buy that plane ticket, organize that week off, fly to a Riders Cup, show everyone you can do it, and then just keep doing it. It's definitely a sport where experience is a great help, and does make it a lot easier if you know what to expect. And yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say on that point. I'll throw in some funny footage of my first time ever on a Riders Cup track. Never seen real winter before, never dealt with real snow. No idea what I was doing. It was mid-blizzard, -30, something without wind chill. No proper gear at all. I was freezing. But we pushed through. My first time on a track, I was hooked. So I know anyone out there that wants to give her a go and does give her a go, you will fall in love probably just as fast as I did. So I guess now that's the end of that one. I'll show you what it's like to skate midwinter in Brisbane, pretty much.
I open up my eyes, I take a look around. I do not recognize any of these people around me. What happened to my scars? What happened to her car? And why the fuck do I feel so sober? Is anybody listening? Is anybody here with me? Why is it so easy to breathe again? To whom it may concern, I think I've done it again. I push the boundaries of how far my luck will take me. Why can't I just be happy? Happy with thinking clearly for once in my life. To whom it may concern, I think I've done it again.
Just a quick intro to how I got into it, how you can get into it. Next week I'll do a clip up, sort of what gear I wear, safety wise. It's because it's always nice if you can get an inside point, because just the rulebook is a minimum requirement. Some of the tracks require a bit extra if you really want to make sure if you take a fall, you'll survive without some sort of injury. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day.